really dumb way to like do it. Yes, we want to do this. I suppose actually, we need our contact cements. Very simple. I'm not going to explain what we're doing yet. I'll have to explain it a million times once people join. So we're just gonna start. It's very easy. I remember where I put my ruler and my pen. This is the fun stuff. Let's try to do as much of this as possible. Sorry, it's really difficult to. All right, it's better. It's a lot better. Yeah. All right. So we already heat sealed all of this, so we have to attach it with the glue right now. So let's see what's the best way. Just do like a couple at a time, probably. It instantly rolled over. I need to find a way to set these somewhere where it doesn't instantaneously roll over. That is kind of a problem. It's very annoying. Let's see. Where's it? I'm like trying to find like a tray that I can put this thing on, so it doesn't just roll right on top of the glue. This is so not what this is for, but it's what I'm going to use it for. Oh my gosh. That's so dumb. But it works, right? It works. I don't know if anyone can actually hear me. It's a very interesting thing here. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I think it's fine. 1, 2, 3. This is number 4. Number 5. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. This will be number 7. So number 7's got to go there. Well, thanks for popping in, Crystal. I always appreciate people coming in to check it out. Alright. That's number 7. Did I lose the roll? I don't think I lost the roll. I think I have all the rolls I'm supposed to have.
can't believe this worked. That's such a dumb idea. It's sad that that's the first time I've used this thing, and it's like 100% that's not what it's for. But you have to improvise, adapt, and overcome. I guess. Ah, there's not quite space for one more. This, I guess I can just do like this. And I can like make that one single sliver be. I feel like by the time I get through all of these, the top spot for its glue is going to be dry. And then I can just start putting them all on. Which is cool. Okay, there's that. And let's see if it actually is like tacky. Haha, it is cool. So now I just need to like line it up. Now that I have, oh gosh, this is under the ruler. I have to very carefully. All right, sit. Now I need to like sort of keep this straight. This is how I want it to be. All right. I did not plan a lot of this ahead, so I'm kind of confused if I have something to hold the ruler. I do, kind of by sheer luck, but that's kind of my biggest strategy is sheer luck, anyways. So so so. Nice, nice. So, that one needs to dry a little bit, but I think 7 can go. We're thriving. We really are here. All right, now we just have one more that we need to add, which is cool. Which is so cool. Kind of using the ruler as like a way to keep these sort of straight and somewhat in line was kind of the biggest thing here. That's all. That's all the ruler is really being used for, is to keep it in a straight line, so they're all even. The ruler that we have propped up with clay. This one isn't quite dry. It's still wet. The spot itself is dry though. So we're going to sort of cheat to make this dry faster, and we're going to use our heat gun on low. Heat gun on low, and then we're going to wave it around. Well, thank you for asking. I am making a bandolier, kind of a sci-fi ammo belt that'll go across your chest. And these things are just kind of like bullets, I guess, is the sort of look I'm going for. Aha! What a fool.
That was really dumb. I made a really stupid mistake. I had this ruler propped up the whole time. So I could put these guys on the ruler and they would be in line. As soon as I get ready to put this dude on, I moved it away and then I put it on. And I'm like, goodness gracious. What a bad call. So yeah, it's an ammo belt. It'll look something like this. It's just like a super cheap way to do it with some foam dowel rods and some other cheap foam, which makes it very, very easy for me. Bar easy for me. So yeah, foam ammo belts would be the best way to do it. Okay, that's mean. That's mean. So yeah, so now that we have these guys on, what we're going to do, I can't believe this is how I used this for the first time ever. Ridiculous. It's this really cool thing where it's like if you need to like figure out the specific shape of something, you use it. But I guess that works too. However, I just did as just like a literal like holder thing. All right, so next up, because the ammo isn't just magically staying onto the belt like in a normal ammo belt, we need to add. Let me just cut out a really quick one. This is not going to be one I would use. It's just for reference. But like something like this, where it's like this thing is connected to the belt, holding the ammo in, as if you could just pull the ammo out if you wanted to. So that's what we're going to add. We're going to add these little strips, and then once it's painted, it's going to be, so like this is going to be black, the strip will be black, all of the things that are actually black right now will be like silver or something when we paint it. My goal is to get all this foam work done tonight. We've already made great progress 13 minutes in, and then also get the first layer of Mod Podge on, and then hopefully a layer of black on, and then I can do, because I need it tomorrow. Need it tomorrow by 11, and I'm going to leave it 10, so I need it tomorrow by 10. And painting is what takes the longest time. So basically, I need to figure out how long of a piece we need that can go over this and then also look nice right there. I'll show you what I mean in a second here, but yeah, I really hate to like do a terrible like cut, but I just need a crazy long piece basically to show. Like Chewbacca. Well, actually, yeah, that's actually, it's for a Star Wars thing, and basically, I said we need an ammo belt, and I'm like, do you mean like the one like Chewbacca wears? And yeah, that's basically it. So now I kind of I know what size I need to make these. Hi, Rhonda. Now I know what size they need to be. They need to be roughly this long. As far as width goes, that actually looks kind of good. Like that. They look like pigs in a blanket almost when you do something like that. It's kind of funny. So yeah, these are kind of scrap bits. Those were just used to test it out. So how long is it? Let's make a mental note. Geez, why could it not be an even thing? It's not quite 4 inches. It is 4 and a half and a fourth. So that's 2/3. 4 and 2/3. So it's 3 and 2/3 inches long. It's so annoying. 2/3 Hi guys. How wide do I want it to be? Is the current width fine? Well, it's so close to being 1 inch wide, we're just going to make it 1 inch wide. So that's 3.4 inches long, and then 1 inch wide. Cool. Sweet. So now what we do is we're going to make all these strips. And I was thinking of doing just one long strip, but it would be easier, honestly, to make a bunch of little ones, because one long strip I would have to, and then try to push it in without the glue will stick to the sides. It just won't be. It'll just be very weird, very awkward for everybody involved. I won't like it at all. So yeah, the one long strip is a no go. A bunch of small strips is what I have decided. Let's just see, how long is this thing? Okay, most rulers are 1 inch long. This one is slightly bigger than 1 inch. But I think for sake of ease, if I just use the ruler as a pattern, that's the easiest way to do it. Yeah, it's like 1 inch and a quarter. And I already made it like another quarter bigger, so like what's another one? Because if we just look at it this way, that doesn't cover too much, that's fine. So yeah, we'll officially just be using like the ruler, and then I want to use a pen that's more exact than a Sharpie in this small space. 3, so it just goes to there. Then I literally just do this. And boom, the ruler is our pattern. Goes from there to there, cross. Crazy cool. Do I have my scissors? Do I have to do it all? Looks like I'm gonna have to do it all with like the knife. I don't have my scissors. That sucks. Scissors like 1,000 times easier because this stuff is just so thin. Like there's really no point messing with the knife because then your hand will like float back and forth. You know, it might just dip weird. Which is actually another valid point, is the fact that I can just leave the ruler on it, and then I can just cut against the ruler instead, which makes it easier. Boom, there we go. We figured it out. So that is basically what we want, and we're going to do this. Another interesting thing we run into is it's already long enough this next piece will overlap. So how long should it actually be? Something a bit like that. It's all about learning process. Half inch. I don't know who all is in the live stream that's in the next play, but when's your guys' preview night? / do I just talk to Casey about volunteering would be the second question. And you guys can just private message me. You don't have to answer in the chat. And after this, I'll probably ask that question to one of you anyways. So this is, again, I think this is going to be our new length. I think this is like what we actually need, which is almost 3 inches. It's 3 inches and a quarter. Gosh, why can't it just be exact? Let's make it just 3 inches. I'm just going to make it 3 inches. It's going to be easier. 4 inches by 3 inches. So all this stuff we wrote down is dumb. Don't need that. 3 inches by 4 inches. 3 inches by 4 inches. I like the way that looks. And it fits on the product the same-ish way. Cool. 3 inches by 4 inches. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Which means we just have to set the ruler down like this. We keep a hand on the ruler. We take the knife, swipe it all the way across, and then we cut every 3 inches. And of course, it is 9 and 2/3 inches, which just makes it that much more annoying. Boom. 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 And then we finish the cut across. Boom. 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 And we need, how many of these do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need 12. And we have 4. So let's just keep going. This is actually a pretty easy way to do it. Just using the ruler, knife. Who needs scissors? This is way better. Yeah, this is way better than scissors. Way better. Glad I could figure that out. Sweet. 3, 6, 9. 9. Doesn't have to be exact. I'm saying that for my own mental health. I don't care if it's exact. It doesn't need to be. There's 3 more. That is 7. All these little bits can just be thrown away. Like I'm not gonna do anything with those. They're so small. There's nothing you can do. Make sure it's lined up nicely. Man, oh man. How about the weather? Sure is wild, I tell you what. Number 3. Number 6. Number 9. Son of a gun. Missed it. Son of a gun. Too slow. It's the way it is, though. Too slow. All right. 9. This will make us have 10. Then we just need 2 more. 1. Now that we only need 2 more, I don't need to use this huge sheet. I'm just going to try to weasel them out of here. By doing this, I have it measured here on this side, and then right on this side with a straight edge. I've got it right where number 3 is. So we're just going to cut it out, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, pick it up, lift it up, boom, perfect. Now I just need 1 more. Do we have enough in this to make 1 more? I think we do, but I think I got to cut it kind of out of the middle. No, I don't. All right, cool. Yep. So we have one side that's already cut out. This guy goes there. This guy goes there. And then the side that's now cut out has this little extra tail, so we just line up 3 on the other side. Cut it off. Boom. There it is. There's our fat stacks of these little guys. Cool. Trash. Pick up all this trash. It's too short, it's too small to do anything with. This is too awkward of a piece. It's kind of lame, I guess, how much foam you waste, but like when it's that small, what am I going to keep it around? That's just ridiculous. Handy little trash bag there. It's very nice. It's very nice. It's very handy. All right. We're doing good. Making great progress. We need to heat seal these parts first. The rest of this is heat sealed. Oh, gross. Some of my feathers are sticking to this. Jeez. Goodness gracious. Move that out of the way. All these parts need to be heat sealed. The foam is so thin, though, then when I heat seal them, they're gonna tend to curl up a bit, which is something to just keep in mind. They'll also want to like blow all over the place unless I have the air coming down straight on top. If I hit it from the side, it'll flutter off that way. So we just kind of need to go ahead. Yo, Jason, I am building a kind of sci-fi ammo belt, like what Aaron said, like Chewbacca here. So it's, let me just get these lined out, and then all right. So it's pretty just like, it's foam dowels on a normal like piece of foam, and it's just like that. So it'll just look like a pretty funny standard little ammo belt. Is kind of what we're going for. So it's nothing crazy. And I mean, like, I guess I could like put magnets on the back, but I'll probably just put Velcro so that way we can shorten it, make it as long as I want, type of deal. That's probably going to be the plan. We're filming tomorrow, so it's going to be duct taped instead, and potentially not even painted back here. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it doesn't have to be crazy pretty, but it looks cool. It'll get the job done. And like, if I do Velcro, I can also just make it be like a belt, type of deal. So yeah, just a little one day project. That if I get all of this stuff done, I can get the Mod Podge on it tonight. It doesn't have to be, well, it does need to be flexible actually, really. So I should plasti dip it, but I don't have any place to spray paint, so it's gonna get Mod Podged instead. So I'll probably tape it where it's rounded, about the size I want it to be. So that way it doesn't just go crack, crack, crack with all the Mod Podge. I really hate having to use Mod Podge to seal, especially foam, especially something that needs to like be able to move. Um, you know, but it's kind of when you're strapped for time. See what I'm saying? It kind of wants to blow these guys all over the place, unless I put it straight on them. These pieces were already sealed the first time, so we have to do this again, which sucks. Ugh. But once we start doing it and get all the way through, this spot's gonna be dry. So it's gonna take like 10 minutes in total to do all of this. This is gonna make my work bench so sticky. I didn't line them up correctly. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Awesome. Glue pot. Mask. I gotta make sure I can get it over. There we go.
All right. Now I've got the muzzle on, so it's safe to breathe and go into Walmart now. That was a joke. Let's not talk about that. All right. Oh, really? I might check that out, because if that works, that would be a really solid solution to sealing and letting it be flexible. Like, I know contact cement will leave residue on the areas, that if you had just painted a piece of foam with contact cement, it'll leave that residue. So that's actually super interesting that someone has used it as sealer before. Huh. Well, yeah, I mean, if it works for them, I might just do that, because it'll dry quicker than Mod Podge, and it'll let me get the first layer of paint on tonight. which would be huge too. I'm gonna start holding the corner with a little knife here, so I don't get my fingers so wet. I guess it'll kind of put all that stuff on my knife though. I don't want to get my my feathers stuck in the glue here. See what I'm saying? Well, I mean, I have Mod Podge. I have seen people use white glue before. I think one of my favorite YouTubers, William Jakespeare, uses white glue to seal pretty much everything. And I never liked using white glue. I've tried it before. I'm a Plastidip guy. Even though the first time I ever used Plastidip, it like bubbled and it like was disgusting. It was terrible. Once I figured out how to use it correctly, I kind of was like, I am on the Plastidip train. That is my go-to. That is my slam jam. It's good stuff. I'm a 100% Plastidip supporter, dude. I only do Mod Podge when like it's freezing cold outside, and even then, when it's cold, I don't make armor. I will pretty much wait to paint the armor until I can use rattle cans and whatever. It was a little flexible. Yeah, I'll try it. I mean, if there's anything to try it on, it's this belt. Because this belt is just going to be used tomorrow, and that's it. So like, if it's not the greatest, it's fine. You know, like this belt doesn't need to hold up for a convention. It just needs to hold up for a few hours. Is all. So yeah, I'm gonna try that using the glue, the contact cement to seal it. I'll see how that works. Um, Even if white glue is bit more flexible, I don't have any, so I really wouldn't want to go out and buy any. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right, but now that that is all done, like I said, it takes so long for us to go through the whole thing. This part should be dry. It is. Well, it's tacky. is what I mean to say. So I should have figured out where center is so I can put it on the center. That would have been a good idea. So now we gotta do it like this. Boom. All right, doesn't look terrible. Doesn't look terrible. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. I already don't love the way it looks, but that's okay. I guess what I'm curious about is how much latex house paint would cost. Because Plastidip is $5 a can, but so is most spray paint anyways. So that's what I'd be curious about is how much the latex paint costs. I've heard of Bill and Brittany using latex, you know, so I would be curious to try it as well. I think regardless if it's better, Plastidip works fine, so I'll probably use the cheaper option no matter what when it comes to cosplay. I'm just kind of a cheap guy like that. Oh, some of these pieces are not very long. See, yeah, exactly. Like it's just a hobby, you know. I'm not making a ton of money on it, so I just, if it looks good and it works fine and it's cheap, that's what I'm sticking with. Some of this looks really funny. All right, a few more, and then all we have to do is try the glue. I really like the way this looks right now. I'm really digging it. I cannot take the mask off until all of them are on though. This one was like the best one we've done so far. And and we're almost done with it. Oh boy. This one looks good too. All right, two left. Two left. We're almost home free. Here we go, guys. Last one. Oh, there's a little piece of something on it. All right.
All right. Jeez, goodness gracious. Ugh. It's so tight. You can see like the red thing on my nose. You can see it? Yeah. The thing is so tight. I should probably loosen it. Here it is. The ammo belt. That's cool. So now when we paint this, this striping the multicolored guys, and then the gray guy are all going to be one color, and these little guys are going to be silver. I need to double check what color the character's shirt is supposed to be for whether or not I want to make this brown or black. I'm going to lean towards black. I think it should just be black. But yeah, there's some stuff like you can see here, like that guy's uneven. You know, it's okay. We can live with it because this is for a little movie, so they're going to be moving, and it's not going to be like a camera constantly just looking down. It's not like a cosplay contest item where you're getting judged on every minute detail. You know what I'm saying? If it was for a cosplay contest, I would probably measure all these guys up, cut them off. Even though they're already glued on, I would still cut them off with an X-Acto knife, and you could like just pull out the little bits here. So if you're like a crazy perfectionist and it's for cosplay, you're gonna run it in a competition. That's what I would do. Since I'm not running it in a competition and it's just for like whatever, doesn't matter that much. So, and if I do run it in a competition in the future, then I'll clean it up then. But for right now, we just need to get it going. So there's no time to be a perfectionist type of deal. That's cool. But yeah, it totally works as like a belt with all these little canisters you could have. You know, it's like the start of a bat belt. You know, you could put a big bat symbol right here, and then just spray paint it like over whatever I color it, spray paint it yellow, and then maybe put a little bit of black on each top. And you're like, it's close enough. It's not a pouch or anything. They're all capsules then if it's a bat belt, but it could be a bat belt. You know, we did a lot of work in 42 minutes. I'm pretty impressed. I do want to kind of try the Plastidip sealants. That seems super interesting to me. I really like that. I really like that idea. So yeah, I think we're gonna go with bats. I was originally going to. People will hate this. I was gonna sand off the diamond material, but since that part is gonna be like this on the person the whole time, the only part of the diamond material you'll be able to tell is when you look at it. You can sort of see there's like ridges on the side there. But once again, it's not going to be looked at under a microscope. So any time where I cannot sand the diamond material and bother Justin is a win for me. Like Justin is always getting like he I have like posts from 2 years ago where he's like, "Did you sand off the diamond material?" And I'm like, you know I didn't. You know I absolutely did not. Um, Sometimes I've thought about it. I've thought about sanding off the diamond pattern before. Not today. Certainly not today. So we're just going to go ahead and try the glue thing. I like the glue thing. We're going to see how the glue thing works. It seems fun. It seems interesting. I've never done it before. So yeah. So we're going to do glue. We're going to do the mask again. A lot of wearing the mask. That's like why I tried to save a lot of the Baby Yoda pod stuff for the other live streams, because wearing the mask and doing foam smithing is not super fun. Same thing when I do like Dremel work or whatever. Like that's not, it doesn't make for a great video because I'm muffled and you can't hear me, or it's like crazy loud. So that's why I don't like doing that. So I almost need another 3D printed project to work on, but I'd rather not. There's a lot of sanding and gap filling, and there was a time where like I dropped it and it snapped in half, and I had to glue it together and sand it and fill it again. It was like 40 hours of just like sanding. It wasn't. It was probably like 30 hours of sanding, and then like a few hours of like painting, and there was some hand paint. I haven't posted finished pictures of Baby Yoda. I need to do that. I need to post finished pictures of Baby Yoda pod. It's done. I need to do that. It turned out really cool. The client likes it. So, all right. Let's try Plastidip sealing method. I know I watched a video of Bill and Britt going over sealing methods. They didn't do the Plastidip one. They might not have just known about it at the time. You know, just because they're the most popular or one of the most popular doesn't mean they know everything. So it's cool to see that there's like a technique that I didn't see on Punished Props Academy that is new that I'm learning as well. Like that's really cool. Or I didn't see Evil Ted do it either. But I don't watch a lot of Evil Ted. His video like filming quality is just really low, which is a bummer because he's really smart and he's really good at what he does. But like the Punished Props people, it's like crazy professional. Their filming video audio quality is just insanely professional, and they're easy to watch. Like even if I didn't like making stuff, I would just watch those videos because they're really good to watch. So if you guys want to watch videos of people doing what I'm doing, making stuff online, I highly recommend Punished Props. Those guys are great. Let me go by Punished Props Academy on YouTube. It's fun. It's super fun. And they have a ton of projects and stuff you guys probably care about more than generic ammo belt number 2.
Sealing it with contact cement. That is neat. That is neat. I'm gonna do a thin layer because I imagine that's the best way to go. I just read about it on Facebook comments, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I haven't researched this at all. That's the thought I'm having right now. Just a thin layer. Oh yeah, I gotta do the sides too.
Big breath. Big breath. Something in my nose.
I still got a really good whiff of that contact cement though. The reason we had all of this talk and discussion about sealing the foam is because foam itself doesn't really take to paint all that well. It's very porous and weird, mostly just weird. And the paint will just kind of crack a bunch. I've never actually just like straight up spray painted foam, but I know it's just not the right kind of surface to do it on. I've never tested it. I probably should, just so I know what would happen. And then maybe if it's not that bad, I'll like do it when there's con crunch, you know. Yikes. I can't imagine having to seal a foam project, or just choosing to totally not even seal a foam project. That's gonna have to be some crazy con crunch. I don't think I could ever let a foam project get that far to the convention and not be sealed. Maybe like I'm just finished painting it, but I don't think I've ever like made something physically out of foam a few days before a con. Oh man. You know what? Here's the thing though. I would take con crunch over not going to conventions any day of the week. I miss conventions so much. Oh, I miss them. Small conventions, day cons, big conventions like NebraskaCon, SuperCon. Like I miss those, man. They were fun. Miss them a lot. Conventions online. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. It's not the same. Like I go for the human interaction. I don't go to just watch famous people be famous people. Like that's I've never once been to a convention purely for the fact that like a famous actor was gonna be there, and I wanted to see them. I almost always go for like the panels that are put on by the fans, people like you and me, the cosplay competition, and just walking around, seeing all the beautiful costumes, seeing all the funny costumes, and just the really weird, wacky people that show up at conventions. Because it's the weirdest people, and I mean the weirdest people, go to conventions. And maybe I should talk, but man, I miss conventions so much. I'm very happy I went to one in January, but I planned to go to one in April, and it got shut down, which is such a shame. Oh boy. I don't think I've ever covered something in this much contact cement before. This is insane. Huh. This little black piece was on the brush. It bothered me. You guys are very talkative tonight. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's right. You should feel called out. You should feel attacked. Oh, is it really? Is Fargo? I'll totally go to Fargo. I've always wanted to go to Anime Fargo. All right, so I guess we just have to see how that dries, and then we paint it. You know. I'm gonna reach over and grab my paints really quick. Sorry, that's okay. That's okay. This is just sort of a put on the background type show, anyways. It's not very blah 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 blah.
Oh boy. There's my paint. I was wondering where it was. I think it's in this. Yeah. All these cans of spray paint. Grab this guy. I'm just gonna set him on the ground over here. I'm gonna let him dry. Let him dry over there. So I just want to take that mask off. I got a text tomorrow, and I'm hoping I pass. Yeah, man, I hope you pass, dude. I don't know what the test is for, but I hope you pass. I hope you pass. Make sure it's more. All right. Yeah. I think it's time to fix the camera angle. 54 minutes into the show, don't you? All right. We got silver. We got black. The rest of these were from home. Other paints I needed. I'm okay with using acrylics. I think acrylics are fine. I don't know how well acrylics will work using contact cement as the sealer for the product, but we'll see. We'll see how it works. I guess we don't need white either. I'm really curious what some of you guys can be for Halloween, because I can't. Oh, it's medical terminology in extreme. Well, good luck with that, because I really couldn't tell you anything about medical terminology, like whatsoever at all. Honestly. All right, you guys got to check this out. I saw these like Dremel things. in Menards, and they're like the coolest. They're like the coolest thing ever. Like this is so dope. It's a rotor table that you just stick your Dremel through the bottom, and you use the Dremel as like so like to me this is like perfect cosplay stuff. They have people like using wood and whatever on the side, but like to me, you don't need anything crazy high powered to cosplay unless you have like metal or wood in your costume. So the fact that Dremel is making these little add-ons where you can use your Dremel as like this normally crazy expensive, shop tool, shop machine is awesome. I really like this stuff. So it's all in one piece, so I don't feel too bad about taking it out of the package. But man, how cool is that? And it has a little glass thing. So you stick your Dremel up through here, and you twist it in. So I guess I'll take a Dremel for sake of ease. So if you basically when you take your Dremel off, you can take this guy off. You have to take the whole thing off, but you basically see how there's threads there. You just stick those threads through here. You twist it up in there, and then boom, your Dremel is there. That's so dope. Now this thing is supposed to have a fixed spot on your table. I did not think through that when I bought it. I just kind of saw it, thought it was super neat, so I just bought it. But man, it's cool. It's really cool. Oh, look at that. And you move this guy around. We get cool angles and everything for it. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, so these things are really cool. I think if you have a Dremel, especially if you have a wooden work table, this is probably the best. Not a plastic one. It's like if I drill holes in this, it's just gonna give away anyways. Like there's no point in doing something like that. So like that's cool. I won't be able to use that for a while. It comes with all the screws that I need to drill it into my table. If I had a wooden table, I don't, which is fine. But I just thought this stuff was crazy neat, and like I can't use it, but I own it. I don't want to sound too like hoardery with this kind of stuff. This thing I think I can use anywhere, right? It's a freaking drill press. How boss is that? It's a freaking Dremel drill press. I love it. This thing is cool. All right, this thing is in pieces, so I cannot take it out and show it to you guys. I will have to build it. I kind of figured. All right, cool. The other thing was all in one piece. I was hoping. This thing is not in one piece. All right, well, but like a Dremel drill press? Are you serious? How sick is that? How cool is that? Dremel is awesome. They're fastly becoming like you always call a rotary tool like this a Dremel, and I don't think of any other name. I know it's supposed to be a rotary tool, right? But like it goes to show that like one company has the frickin' pretty much the monopoly on a certain tool when like all you can think of to call it is by one company's name. It's like when you need a tissue, you call it like, hey, do you have any Kleenex? You don't call it like a tissue half the time. Do you have a nose rag? No, it's do you have a Kleenex? Same thing here. Yeah, I got a Dremel. Do you have a rotary tool? No, I don't have a rotary tool. Shut up, man. Are you a loser? I have a Dremel. I'm a man. I have a Dremel. So yeah, I dig it. I love Dremel. They're awesome. If Dremel wants to sponsor me, I will take that. I think that's cool. But that's it. That's like new prop stuff that we bought for the shop. Making stuff just kind of for ourselves or for whatever because there's nothing happening. So, and then yeah, that bandolier should be done tomorrow. And if it's not done tomorrow, then I am screwed, lewd, and tattooed. So thank you everybody that came in to the live stream tonight and watched me put the finishing touches on that bad boy. I really appreciate it. So, as always, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I will not be able to do a live stream next week. It was like 3 weeks or 2 weeks since my last live stream. I won't be able to do one next week. The week after it, probably not going to be able to do one. And then the week after that, it's a big maybe. So I'm just being honest. I really don't know when I can live stream next. But like literally, whenever I'm free on a Saturday, I'll try to do one. I'll absolutely try to do a live stream whenever I can. So I really do thank everybody that comes in, pops in, talks and stuff. I know if I did this more often, I would get more people to join, but it's the way it is. But thank you guys so much, and hopefully we'll see you in a month or so. Hopefully 3 weeks. Let's shoot for 3 weeks. Come back in 3 weeks, see where we're at, all right? If you don't forget about us.